This is Tamer Elgindi at the John Lindsay Muscle Contest 2014 IFBB Border States Championships. And I'm here with some of the most beautiful women in the world, our figure champions for today. I'm going to start today with our second place in the open class and our master overall winner, Karen Noorlum. Karen?
Hi.
What can I say? How old are you, Karen? Please, I need to ask you this.
I'm 45 years young. Yes.
This is like an inspiration for every single woman in the world. So you look unbelievable. And not only that, you display unbelievable condition, symmetry, won the Masters. Then you come to the Open, to the young girls, and you show them how it's done. You get second place. You got to love that.
Yes, I do. I do.
So for how long have you been dieting?
For this show, I've been dieting for 10 weeks.
10 weeks. And what's your next show? What's your next plans now?
Well, I'm thinking of either doing the Europa or Felicia Romero.
Well, I'll be there for both shows. So should I expect some improvements on this already amazing package?
Always improvements. Always. Next show, it'll be better, and the next show after that, even better.
Wow, Karen's like just unstoppable. So what are you gonna eat after this? Because all the fans want to know what Karen's gonna like. And I mean, don't hold anything back. Just be nasty. What are you gonna eat after this?
I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna have 2 glasses of wine for sure.
Oh, wow.
That's for sure.
So we're gonna have a IFBB figure drunk person right here after the show. Because you know that 2 glasses of wine, you're gonna feel it.
Yes, definitely gonna feel it.
All right, I want to be on that party. So next is our third place competitor, Julie. Julie, you're like always here with us. You always, every single show, look more beautiful than the next show. And like today, you made some great improvements, got third place. So tell us a little bit about like what you did different on this diet compared to the other diets that you did, the other shows that you came on our Muscle Contest.
Well, this is my 10th show since March, so I've just kind of been trying to keep it the same, a little bit more food, a little bit less food, just trying to get better, like Karen said, every single show, working on the V-taper, like you said, working on the glutes, keeping my condition on, and just going for it. And if I feel good, keep going, never giving up.
I love that. So who's your trainer?
Kimoto.
Oh, she's an angel. She's an angel. You can see she's an angel.
Can't you tell?
No, I can't. I can see her wings floating apart here. That's great. So what is your next plans now? What's your next show? What are you thinking about doing after this?
I don't know yet. I'm going to take a break and maybe just start back up in March and eat a little bit, relax a little bit, and working on the V-taper.
Sounds good. Well, you got some points here for the Olympia, so you're like on your way there. Hopefully, like you do some other for our Muscle Contest shows, and you win or get some even more points. That's what we look for. We want to see on the Olympia stage. That's definitely an Olympia body. We have no doubt about it. So what are you going to eat?
Cheeseburger, fries, probably some ice cream, all the good stuff.
I love this girl.
I'm going with Allison. She does the cheesecake. I do real cake and ice cream. So
oh my God.
We have it planned.
You know, when you have some beautiful figure woman and some food, you know some bad stuff is going to happen.
I don't really know what's going to happen tonight. I have no idea. She's drinking. We might have a cocktail. It's just, we got to celebrate. Look at this. We are so blessed to be here with Muscle Contest and got to celebrate this.
This is what we love about Muscle Contest. It's all about like having a great time on the show, competing with some of the most beautiful women in the world, and then having some fun together because we all love what we do. So now let's go now with the #1 girl, the girl that won the whole show. She looked unbelievable from Texas all the way to California.
That's right.
Allison. So Allison, finally you win our show. You look unbelievable.
Thank you.
Okay, made some major improvements on your body. You know, the one thing that I really like about like your bodies are your glutes and hamstrings, awesome, and you got some phenomenal V-taper. Now, tell us a little bit about your training. What you did to like really make those improvements?
Absolutely. Well, truthfully, it's inside me to never give up and to always improve. And this is a passion inside of me that, yes, I do it just to step on that stage, but Tamer, I do this for me too. And I think that's the most important thing because that's what drives me. It's not a show that drives me. It's my desire to always want to improve. And I'm just so thankful that it was evident on stage. training is my passion, and ultimately it's an art, and you truthfully just have to build and know what your weaknesses are and to improve upon those weaknesses, right? I mean, continuing to build on your strengths, but the biggest thing for me was, to be honest, it's going to sound a little bit crazy, but almost backing it down a touch. I mean, because with me, I would train my legs every single day if I could. I found out almost the hard way that I was overtraining, right? So in doing so and just kind of reestablishing my entire basis, increasing my food a little bit more, which is always sometimes a hard thing to do, eating more, pulling your training back doesn't seem to make sense, but actually it worked for me. You know, my cardio, one of the biggest things I want to stress is that often a lot of competitors get so caught up in needing to do hours and hours of cardio, and it's the one thing that I can say is one of the worst things that I personally found for my own body. I do a lot of high-intensity interval cardio to keep my muscle bellies up, because for me, that's one of the biggest things I need to do. It's like I'm a hard gainer, so the biggest thing I also stopped doing is training my abs very heavy. I would do that all the time, and again, biggest thing we want to improve for me, V-taper, getting my legs fuller, you know, working on that overall package, which to me is what I think is an ideal feminine physique anyway, still holding that muscle. So again, less heavy ab core training, hitting my legs as hard as I can, not overtraining, building up my back and my shoulders as much as I can, and every single day I go in there with that focus to do exactly what I did today, and I am so incredibly blessed. I do need to just stop rambling and just give a really, really, really huge shout out from the very bottom of my heart. I'm still overwhelmed, but I cannot thank John Lindsay enough, Musclecontest, Tamer, the entire team, the woman behind the camera whom I just adore, because you guys put on a show that quite truthfully is my absolute favorite. You set a bar that's hands down, I think, higher than almost any other show that I've competed at. You know, we're talking about something different than the Olympia and everything else, because that's on a different level, and obviously we understand what's involved with that. But any single person that's ever wanting to compete needs to come and compete at Musclecontest, because it is one of the most well-organized shows I've ever participated in, and it's a joy from the beginning to end. So to end up walking away with this sword, to me, is something I've been wanting for so long. I've been the runners-up for
so many times.
So many times, and I'm so blessed. I've been at the Olympia 3 years in a row on points.
So now that you finally got your qualification, you don't need any points anymore, are you gonna take some time off, or you have some other shows in mind?
Hold on, TR is coming.
Okay, no, we gotta have the tiara on.
Hold it. So with that being said, yes, my goal was, regardless if I placed first or fifth here, I do need that time again, because in my mind I do want to get better and better for you guys, for anybody here that's sitting on that judging panel that's saying, is she working? Is she really working? Well, I'm going to promise you that each time I'm going to bring a better package, and you'll see it. So yes, this time I'm going to take off, and I don't get sloppy, but I do need a little bit of a rest. I need my body to be able to recuperate so that I can bring an even better package. To most likely, I'm going to reapply for the Arnold in March and start there and see what happens after that. And again, one more huge shout out. Can I? I'm sorry.
One more.
I keep talking, and forgive me. Forgive me. I just can't.
You on the show, so you can talk.
I'm on such a high. I want to thank my family. I mean, everybody here. My competitors, Julie, she's one of my favorite people to compete with. I love her to death. My manager, J.M. Mannion, and Debbie Mannion, you know, that entire team is fantastic. GNC for their support. You know, my fiance, Steve Kuklo, who is right now competing in Prague and just competed in Dubai. He's off to Italy. You know, his whole family is there to support me as well. So I can't do this on my own. And most importantly, God. I mean, my faith is so strong, and thank you. Just from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you, Tamer. Thank you, everybody on that judging panel.
Well, we're really happy. It has been a huge honor to have every single one of you girls, and we mean it. It's always an honor to me, Shirley Moran, and John Lindsay, to have you guys on the stage. It means a lot to us, and we hope to see you guys soon again on our Muscle Contest show. But now for you guys, the fans, please do not forget our next show in 2 weeks in Culver City, October 18, the NPC Titan Grand Prix in conjunction with another IFBB pro show, but now a men's and women's physique. So we look forward to seeing all of you guys on our next Muscle Contest show. This is Tamer Alguindi with the most beautiful figure girls in the world. We love Muscle Contest. We love the IFBB and NPC. See you guys soon.